writing people as if they were characters in Glassheart. I started this series over a year ago. At that time, I've written some amazing stories. I've talked to amazing people. Today is a first for somebody's asked me to write a story about somebody other than themselves. Melissa reached out to me asking if I could write a story about Sharon, her mother, who sadly has passed. They gave me a little bit of information about Sharon, and she lived an amazing life. Mother of four, at the age of 32, she lost the use of her legs, but it did not stop her. She would not let her disability define her, and went on to becoming a master's, getting a master's in biology and teaching at the same college that she actually learned from. She was an incredible woman and loved D&D, and I just hope that the story that I'm about to tell you gives a little bit of gives a fraction of how a wonderful and amazing this person was. So Melissa, I hope you enjoy the story. Life is worth celebrating. Keller was born to ride across the sands. With an explorer spirit, she practically came into this world riding a canard. As a young girl, she worked on her father's farm, herding canards from Great Grazing Hill. Those were happy times, but nothing is meant to last. An illness swept through the hills. A third of the population didn't make it through the season, and Keller's father was counted among the dead. Desperate for protection, her mother remarried a brutish man. The farm may have been saved, but at the cost of the homestead. After 3 years of trying to convince her mother, living through abuse and justification, Keller grabbed her favorite canard and never looked back. The dunes became her home. Though most saw only barren wasteland, Keller discovered life flourished for those who seeked out its secrets. Between the scorching sands, plants thrived where water gathered. Through trial and dangerous error, she learned to separate nourishment from poison, even transforming deadly plants into healing remedies. They traded for what the desert could not provide. Poisons aren't the only dangers in the desert, though. Worms roam the sands, always on the hunt for their next meal. Any vibration can bring a half a dozen leaping out you at any moment. And while fleeing a worm pod, there was an accident. A bad call, a split-second hesitation cost the life of her canard and her fractured spine. Keller had to crawl to safety while the worms devoured her closest friend. Lying on a rock outcropping, Keller did her best to stay alive. 3 days later, a passing caravan found her on the verge of death. In exchange for knowledge of local plants, the caravan agreed to nurse Keller back to health. No matter how much time had passed or what medicines were made, Keller would never walk again, but she wouldn't let that stop her from roaming the desert. She signed on with the caravan as a guide with the help of her new canard. She enjoyed her life